Hi, I'm Captain Grant Coppin with Texas Fishing Tips, and this is your weekly fishing report.
Got a little bit of change in the weather. We're starting to get lots and lots of drum, getting our good strong winds, spring break, lots of bull drum in the ICW right here, crab and sea lice for the big ones, but also really just live shrimp or dead shrimp peeled on the bottom's been working just as good. Not too many bait stealers yet because the water temperature's not too hot. So anywhere up in here from the turnoff to bluffs, going to the bridge has been good. If you come down here around Peta Island, you're getting a few trout. Nothing real big, nothing to scream about, but they're in here. You can drift. Also, right up here by the shoreline, we've been catching a few redfish up here right on the sand with that tide coming up a little bit, right around the Hog Slough and in here around the drains. Been catching some good fish. Also catching some black drum up in here. You know, it's right now they're spawning, so it's a good time to get in here and load up the ice chest full of drum. Over here in the Packery Channel, the sheep's head are in full force. All in here around the bridge and going out to the jetties. People have just been slaughtering the sheephead. There are a million of them. Live shrimp's been working good. Some people catch those ghost shrimp and use them, put them on a hook, scrape a little piece of the rock, jetty rock off, and then put that ghost shrimp there. And I mean, there are a million sheephead. Keep what you need to eat. They're really good eating. They're hard to clean, but if you know what you're doing, the sheephead can really be a good way to get the kids out during this spring break, get them over here and catch some good fish. Over here in Nighthawk with those high winds, it's kind of murked Nighthawk up a little bit, which is always good. Nighthawk is good when it's muddy. So right here in the middle, we've been catching some redfish. Drifting with popping corks and live shrimp. That's about it. You'll get an occasional black drum in here, but mainly reds. Just come all the way up to the sand and drift through that dirty water. A lot of the reds are right up against the island. Again, with that tide coming up a little bit, you know, they kind of hug tight to the island. When the tide drops, they come out here a little bit more in the center. But really, the good water is just kind of milky, cloudy, dirty green, sandy green water. Well, over here on the south shore, the redfish are starting to show up, and believe it or not, I caught my first skipjack of the year over here, so look for those to start showing up. That's what I've been using for bait, or mullet, you know, if you can find it, just some cut mullet in here. Starting to see more and more bait activity along this shoreline, which is always a good sign, because after the freeze, a lot of that bait died. So every time you come down here, you start seeing some bait get ready to catch fish, because that's where they're going to be. The fish are looking for the bait just like we're looking for the bait. And come up in here, get tight to the shore, let that southeast wind blow you away. Once you get to the drop-off, you can either anchor down and throw a shrimp on the bottom, catch some drum, or come back up, get on the shore, drift through here, catch tons of good slot reds. Over here at Compuerta, we have been catching a ton of big oversized drum and keepers. I mean big keepers too, in the 24 to 28 inch range. A lot of times we don't even know if it's a keeper until we get it close to the boat. We've been setting the hook on these fish saying, oh yeah, it's a keeper. And then guess what? It's not a keeper. It's about a 35-pounder. But, you know, it's so much fun, you know, to come down here in the wind and really just get your arms stretched out by some of these big drum. And then put a few in the box to eat, take them home, lots of meat. Just good, easy action for the kids, the family to come down here. Shoot, I love doing it. I love coming down here and getting these fish because it's a lot of fun. Drum pull hard and they eat good.
Captain Grant Coppin, thanks for watching.